don't want to blind you guys by the brightness of the green light. So yeah, 3.7 kilometers. Yeah, this is, you know, I'm going somewhere new, so it's kind of interesting for me. I don't. I'm actually laughing with him, not at him, so don't get offended. The guy was kind of stumbling along the side, and he seemed to have a hand on his crotch. So I thought, okay, maybe it's some guy that like just pissed himself or really has to pee. But then I got in front, and you could see he was actually somewhat mentally handicapped. But he had the biggest smile, and it was a really sincere smile too. So I was actually laughing because he looked so happy. It made me unexpectedly happy for a second. Seeing a mentally handicapped man grab his crotch does that for me. No, it was just the happiness on his face, honestly. And it was unexpected, you know, you don't expect to see some guy that happy running along the side of the street like that. Babal's here, in case you're wondering what I'm slapping. I'm slapping her butt. You can slap her butt as hard as you can. Like, I'm talking full strength slaps, and she just likes it. Like, you don't start off like that, otherwise she might yell, but you start off like patting and you get harder and harder, and then you can go as hard as you want, like until my whole hand is red and throbbing, and she just enjoys it. I think a lot of dogs are like that. They like things slapped on the butt. Why is this guy not even in the scooter lane? He's riding slowly, and then he's like not even in the scooter lane, which kind of forces me to pass him on the right. When it comes to scooters, like, you guys know that I pass cars on the right, and a lot of people that are unfamiliar with Asian riding are, you know, get aghast by it. I get so many videos or comments like, this idiot's passing cars on the right, blah blah blah. It's like, there's no choice. That left lane, the far left lane, in the yellow writing on it says no motorcycles allowed. So we're not even allowed to go on the left, in the left lanes. And then on the right, far right hand side, we normally have a motorcycle lane, a scooter lane on the far right. So that's like the only place, you know, the lane that's reserved for us to ride in is on the far right. So we have to pass on the right. And on the left, we're not allowed to go there, period. It's illegal. So but when it comes to me passing other scooters, oh yeah, I get it. But when it comes to me passing other scooters, I try to stick with the, you know, pass on the left. It's just a different set of rules for cars and bikes, simple as that. I recently changed my headlight bulb. I changed it to a yellow light, like that woman's scooter had there just then that we noticed. And her light was bright, and it was really noticeable too, like it really kind of stood out, which is, you know, great for safety. And it's neat, the bulb, like most bulbs, they have two filaments on the inside, one for high beam, one for low. But the bulb that I bought has 4 filaments on the inside. It has 2 for low and 2 for high. And so it like, it's supposed to be a lot brighter than, or a bit brighter than normal. I ate some Chinese medicine this morning. Strong stuff, man. It's these tiny little pills, and they kind of look and they kind of taste like charcoal. I'm guessing a part of them is charcoal. I'm fairly certain. I don't know what the rest is. Charcoal is actually really good to eat, for those of you who don't know. Like, just like you can get like barbecue charcoal and just like take a, you know, piece of charcoal and just crush it and swallow it down. It's like if people who have food poisoning or try to kill themselves by eating poison, like one of the things that doctors give you is charcoal. They put charcoal into your stomach, because what charcoal does is, I'm gonna go right. I was gonna pass on the left, but like I just finished explaining how that's illegal. That's what the yellow writing says. You're not allowed there. Yeah, because charcoal, it like takes toxins, it absorbs toxins, and it's actually like, you know, if you're eating shitty foods on a regular basis. External power loss. See, that's another reason why I wanted... Oh, there we go. Don't know why. That's another reason why but like if you're eating like just human foods, they got chemicals in them and shitty shit, and any human-made, not entirely natural food is going to have some toxins, and even natural foods are going to have some toxins, like if you're eating fruits or vegetables. If you're eating fruits and vegetables, they got pesticides on it, whatever, you don't know. So eating it, putting a little bit of charcoal into your system just draws out all the toxins, chemicals. And passing on the left now doesn't count as passing on the left because this actually counts as filtering. See that right there, the guy riding away in the distance smoking with a half helmet on, not done up. It's done up, but it's done up so loosely that it wouldn't actually even stay on in an accident. Riding a broken down scooter with flip-flops. That was actually a white guy. It surprises me how often there's foreigners here that have scooters that are barely functional. Like you would assume that coming from a more safety orientated society, Western society is a bit more safe, cares a bit more about safety, especially with wearing seat belts and helmets and stuff like that. That they would, buy a vehicle that was at least safe to be, street worthy. But it's surprising how often I see foreigners that are riding, they come here, they buy the cheapest scooter they can find, and then they just ride it until it dies. They don't maintain it, they don't change things, and it's just why would you? I don't understand, man. It's first of all, it's cheap. Second of all, it's the only way you can get around. You're going to be using it constantly. One fun thing about GPS is you learn how long a meter is. I noticed that old people, they can tell you how far something is in meters, and they're right, and that always impresses me. Recently I asked an old guy, I'm where is such and such a thing? And he goes, about 400 meters that way. And I'm 400 meters? Why don't you just say half a kilometer or 500, round off, it's just 400 meters. And then I was watching my tripometer to see if it was 400 meters, or close enough. I was impressed. But it seems like old people do that a lot. There's been a lot of times where I ask an old guy for directions and he'll give me a kind of a fairly exact figure. There's no way I could do that. I wouldn't even know in kilometers, how many kilometers in one direction. I'd be off. Okay. So we are in downtown Taoyuan. I've shown Taoyuan in a few videos, but I generally don't go into the downtown area. I'm just kind of passing through the city. 200 meters, turn left. So that's gonna be the next stop. I'm wearing a wife beater. Do you guys call it that in your country? A muscle shirt, a wife beater. I don't like saying muscle shirt because I don't have a lot of muscles, so wife beater is the preferable choice, which is odd. Yeah, so I should be sunburnt by the time I get home because it's really sunny today. Anyways, end of this video.